Okay, let's start from where we left. So we finished many things. Namo Buddhaya, Swati ji. Okay, so we were in Sammāppadhāna. Samma means equanimous, Padhana, Pradhana, foremost. So foremost to becoming equanimous. How to become equanimous in a foremost sense? So his question is that one second, where are we? So we went into understanding Bhusam Dahati Vahati Padhanam Samma Deva Padanam Sammāppadhāna. So the effort in order to remove these asavas, or looking at what negativity is coming. So here is what I was supposed to be talking on: 9 kusala and 9 akusala, and Swati wanted to know what are these, or you wanted to know, Preeti ji, that what are these 9, and then we said we'll take it in the next class. So if you read Nettipakarana, okay, or if you read Petopadesa, that is on Tipitaka Upadesa, that is discourse. It is part of the Khuddaka Nikaya. So if you are able to read and understand that, it's a huge topic, but if at all you are able to read and understand, in that the Buddha disciples talk about what are these 18 things which make up what we call as world, and how you need to remove the akusala and make kusala. And that is what in the sutta what I had sent yesterday, the first one is that it says kusala, that is appamadena kusala dhammesu, that is without having any heedless thoughts. You have to create the kusala, that is moral. So now we have to understand what it would mean. So there are 9 akusala, and we will talk 9 kusala. The first akusala is tanha, craving.
Sarma kattagoytu comment madodu meeting.
So first akusala is tanha, craving. So we crave for everything. So 5 cravings: sight, sound, taste, touch, smell. Okay, so that craving has to go. So in this regard, Suyog had sent a very nice videos of autopsy. So we need to do 2 things. Take a pornographic site, watch a video, and take this and see that video. So one of sensuality, sexuality, another one of this. Immediately, so if you are watching 5 minutes of that video, this is for Suyog. We are all married, so we have seen everything. And Suyoga and Shreyas, 2 unmarried people who cannot try it out with anyone. Before they really try it out, go shopping, they can watch this for 5-10 minutes, exactly 10 minutes. And there are a lot of autopsy videos on YouTube. I had seen some of them, and Suyog has sent many interesting ones. So both male and female. Okay, so you have to do a kaya-gata sati. So negative, that is ayoniso manasikara, is when I see this pornographic or whatever it is, or in Hindi if we were to say ashleel, so literally not good, but still, okay, so that is what I'm going to see after I get married. So I need to see that. So it creates passion, it creates immediately tanha. So you need to watch where the tanha is happening. So we have to look at piyarupam, satarupam, upajjamana, upajjati, nivisamana, nivisati. Ittesa tanha. So now chakkuloke and rupaloke. Piyarupam, satarupam. So when I watch the video, chakkuloke, what is I seeing is, it is immediately recognizing it as a female object. The moment it recognizes female object, it recognizes with clothes and without clothes. So now in this case, it is without clothes. Now when I watch it, and then I watch this autopsy video, here also no clothes, there also no clothes, both are no cloth. And what's the difference between that and this? The difference here is there is movement, here there is no movement. There is some shape, here the shape is going away. There some person is enjoying, you can see the person enjoying. Here you don't have anybody enjoying. And then he cuts. Here there is no cutting, here there is cutting. The moment it is cut, the yellow layer of the fat you see from top onwards till bottom. Then you watch, go back to that what you were watching, and cut that woman in the same way as an autopsy, and you're done kayagata sati. Same thing with the man, same thing with the computer, same thing with every given food. You have to do the same. Ear, you have to do the same. Nose, you have to do the same. Touch, you have to do the same. And then sight, you have to do the same. So all the five senses, you have to do exactly the same, autopsy. Then the tanha, upajjamana, upajjati, nivisamana, nivisati will really go away. So there is no satarupam, that agreeable form doesn't remain. Priyarupam, there is no more priyarupa. That means there is nothing liking and there is nothing agreeable. Both are not there. Because both are not there, there is no way it can establish in you. Now, you have cured craving for senses. The other side, that is the akusala, is craving, tanha, avidya, ignorance, then lobha, dvesa, moha, 5 of one hand. Nityasanya, sukha, atta, asubha, 9 of them. So if I allow tanha, tanha will bring in avidya. Tanha, avidya will bring in raga, which is nothing but lobha, greed. So if I am watching one video, immediately I will watch another video. If I watch one serial, I will neither watch another serial. If I eat one, I will eat other also. So if I eat a sweet, I need another sweet. So nice, I think. If I have one coffee, I require another coffee. If I have one tea, I require another tea. So there's another one I want to have. So tanha will bring in this avidya. Avidya tanha will bring in lobha. Avidya tanha lobha, if not given, becomes dvesa. that is, I don't like it, dvesha. Then moha. Now this female is enjoyable, this TV is enjoyable, this food is enjoyable, this sound is enjoyable, the smell is enjoyable, all that is moha. When this happens, then you get nitya sanya, stable. That means today I've enjoyed, tomorrow I'm going to enjoy, day after tomorrow again I'm going to enjoy, that day after tomorrow again I'm going to enjoy. So I'm going to exist forever. Because I'm existing forever, I am in sukha. Because I am in sukha, I am having atta, myself enjoying it. If you don't give it, I'm suffering. If you give it, I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying, suffering, enjoying, suffering. That means I have an anxiety for enjoyment. If you are not giving me, I will suffer. So the relief from anxiety is pleasure. Clear? So let's say I want to go to a vacation to some place. Let's say Maldives. And it's a winter weather in some part, and I want to go to a sunny place, and people say, why don't you go to Maldives? So you have to do planning. So when you do planning, it's anxiety. The moment you land in Maldives, pleasure. Why? You landed. So the pain of going there is ended. So who is enjoying and who is suffering? I am enjoying. I will suffer. So sukha is what I want and I should enjoy. And hence it is subha. Okay. So it's because there is sukha, there is subha. Subha means which is very good, auspicious. So we find everything, we want to make everything very auspicious. So we say auspicious moment, an auspicious place, an auspicious taste, an auspicious sound, auspicious sight. We create that subha. This is akusala. Okay, now what is kusala then? So he says, first one samatha, second one vipassana, third one alobha, advesha, amoha, 5. Then anicca, dukkha, anatta, asubha, 9. 9 which takes down and 9 which takes to liberation. So Sammāppadhāna is to make this 9 possible. Otherwise, it is impossible. So 2 of them will give you Sakkaya Ditti and 2 of them will not give you Sakkaya Ditti because the 2 of them are kusala. So Anutpannam Kusalanam Dhammanam Pada Vaya Vayamo. Uppannam Kusalanam Dhammanam Bhiyo Bhavaya Vayamo. It is, if it is not arisen, I have to put energy for it to arise. If it is arisen, I have to put energy to sustain, keep it. So what should I do? Samatha, vipassana, get into alobha. If you have samatha and vipassana, you will get into yoniso manasikara. So that pornographic movie and autopsy both look same to me now. There is no raga anymore. There is no greed. There is no lobha. So alobha. So if I have samatha and vipassana, then I will be not having lobha. Alobha. If there is no lobha, then there is nothing to hate, basically. So advesha. And I have understood every being will die, meaning it's made out of food. So if I cut just like a vegetable, whether it's a man or a woman or an animal or a bird or an insect or whatever it is, whatever fluid is there is going to come. So one video what Suyoga had sent, that is of a female and she has died instantly. I think she is 29-30-year-old, and then that fellow cuts it, and he cuts the heart and lungs and liver and intestine and spleen and everything. It's nice to watch. As much as you would have loved watching a very bad taste giving sensual lustful thing, how I would have enjoyed, I should enjoy the same thing when this body is cut. That is vipassana. Now you have got rid of raga, dvesha, moha, or lobha, dvesha, moha. So samatha, you have to create that element wherein you cut the akusala, tanha, and you see what happens when this body is there, a male body. He has sent another photograph of a male body where the person is dead. I think he is dead of heart attack or something like that, and then nobody has seen it, and his body has got bloated. The best part I enjoyed about that photograph is his genitals have got blown up, his testicles have bloated up. 1. 2 is that feces have come down. So I think when he had a heart attack, automatically the feces have come and he is completely nude. Best thing to watch. And see my own body to get a kayagata sati. I am also liable to have the same kind of death any time. So now there is no raga. Attachment to body is not there. So if that attachment to body is not there, will I go and enjoy a fantasy life at all? No, not required. So if I were to see this with so nice, or if I go to a hotel and say so nice, if I listen to some music and say so nice, and if I smell something and say so nice, if I touch something and I say so nice, what are you nice in that autopsy? What is nice? Do you like the smell? No. Do you like the taste? Can you take that, whatever is there in the intestine, liver and all that, and eat? Because that is happened from the food only. Can you eat? No. So sight, can you stand the sight of it? No. Can you stand the smell of it? No. Can you taste it? No. Do you like to touch it? No. You are wearing gloves and it stinks. So you can't. So sight, taste, touch, smell, sound, there is nothing to hear. Only the cutting of ribs and everything, that is the sound. There is no other sound. And the blood which is oozing out. So do you like anything like that? No. But the same thing is there in my body. If the same thing is there in my body, then anutpannam akusalanam dhammanam anupadayavaya. Now that thought will never come. It will never come, because I am watching both in the same light. This is called as parinya. You are getting wisdom. This sort of seeing is called as abhinya jnana. Abhinya means seeing as is without coloring. So if I get an abhinya jnana of this rupa, then I have established Sammāppadhāna. So if I establish Sammāppadhāna, that means I am on the right track. Right track of what? Liberation. 37 factors. The second factor, Kayagata Sati, is happening. So I have a Sati Sati Bojjhaṅga will automatically start working, because I have established Kaya Anupassana, Vedana Anupassana, Chitta Anupassana, Dhamma Anupassana, and now my Sammāppadhāna is established. Now what happens due to this? The wrong view, Ditti, is established in 3 planes, and that will go away. What are these 3 planes? Vitikkamma, that is transgression, meaning you move from one life to another life through your speech. So you transgrade. I will start telling one story and another person another story, another person another story, in deeds and in speech. Pariyutthana is obsessive tendencies. We all are obsessive people of something or the other. Mind has evil thoughts, so it creates obsession. Anushaya, latent, so they stay in the unconscious mind. These 3 layers create Sakkaya Ditti. So they can be coarse, that means gross, they can be in between, or they can be very fine inside. So morality destroys, that is Sila will destroy Vitikkamma, that is in speech, body and speech basically. Sila Visuddhi will take care of what we are doing through body and what is said to people, and it will ensure that you don't do that. How you don't do it? When you establish Kayagata Sati, it automatically reduces. It reduces, goes away. So when you know every person is suffering, see now these 2 people are not married, they are suffering in one way. People who are married is suffering in another way. The suffering is same. They are not suffering because they are not married, or they are suffering because they are not married. But they continue to suffer after getting married. So now the difference between suffering before marriage and marrying and suffering, if you really see, they both are same. Now you would say, I'm not suffering, I'm enjoying. One bigger problem. You will lose that partner. For sure. Either you will go or that person will go. So you're back to square one. You will lose, or that person will lose you. I might fight because that partner is not that good, so I will divorce. Again, alone. No. She is very good to me, or he is very good to me. Very good. But problem. 3 problems. Not only you have to feed yourself, you have to feed her or him. Simple. Whether you cook or he cooks, it doesn't matter. You have to cook. You have to cook for 2 people. 2, you are stressed, that person is also stressed. You are sick, that person also can become sick. You are aged, that person also ages. Nothing you can do. Okay, now this is only 2 people. The 3rd person will come as a child. Now you have fun. Who should take care? A father should take care, mother should take care. Only 2 people. Is it easy to take care of a child? No. When it is born, they will not allow the parents to sleep. So how many years? Few years, 2 years. Okay. Then after that, you have to put it to school. Then after that, you have to put to LKG, UKG, first standard, second standard, like that it goes to 10th standard. Then the fear starts. What if my son or daughter fails? What if they don't get the college? What if this happens? What if that happens? Now you suffer. 10th SSC board is over. Now we are good. No. 12th standard. Okay, 12th also done. What 12th done? After that, you have to take professional course. Okay, now that is also done. What do you mean done? After that you have to work. For what? No, you should work. After finishing all of this, you should work. Okay, I'm working. What? It's not ended. You have to marry. And after marrying, what I should do? Make some kids so that we can play. Simple. So it's a cartoon movie, basically. You have no idea why you're doing it, but you are supposed to do it. So this is the Sakkaya Ditthi which really creates all of this mess. So to get it out of the mental plane of existence, Samadhi is the only thing you can do. Okay, now what happens when you get into Samadhi? It will show you reality. Reality is of what? You will lose that person. Do you want to get in touch with her or whatever? No. Very good. You die alone. No. What will happen to my life? What will happen to her life? What's a guarantee that she is going to survive till you are there? I'll give an example. I have a younger brother, cousin brother. He is of my age. Few years ago, his wife died out of cancer. He has 2 children. One is elder to my son by a few months. He's doing his engineering. The second one is now 11-year-old. Yes, 11-year-old. Okay. It's a daughter and one son. Son is 20 plus years. Daughter is 11. Now this person has to take care of both the children. What if he was unmarried? What if I was unmarried? Should I have to earn so much money? Should I have to get my child for Ayurveda or whatever he has taken and worry that whether he'll finish his BA, MS, whether this corona is going to ruin his career because he's learning Ayurveda or medicine through online. That means how can he dissect a patient online? Not possible. And MBBS students also doing the same thing. What if I never had a son? I wouldn't be bothering whether corona exists or no corona exists. How does it matter to me? Because I have a son, I have an anxiety. So this anxiety can only be resolved by Samadhi. Okay. So what he says is that these are the 3 layers which are there. It's very hidden. It doesn't come on the surface. So the second one will go only through Samadhi. And the Anushaya, latent ones, can only go through Panya. And for Panya, you need to really practice Vipassana. So I and Suyog wanted to do that meditation of Kayagata Sati using that body parts contemplation through what videos he has sent. It will be interesting, and whenever we both are going to do it, it is not restricted to only 2 of us. You all can join if you are interested in dissecting the body. And anyway, Preeti ji, you are already aware since you are working in the same college hospital, so you know about all of this. And we will watch that video and we'll cut ourselves every part. As cutting happens there, we'll cut our part of the body. If they are removing eye, we'll remove our eyes. If they are removing the skull, we'll remove our skull. If they are removing the mouth, we remove the mouth. If they are cutting out this top portion of the body, we'll cut it. Then if they're cutting the thighs and the private part or whatever, they're removing the penis, okay, removed. If vagina is removed, uterus is removed, everything is removed, okay, great. Cut it out and watch. Now you get 32 parts of the body. Each is individual. And there is no you in that. And that will remove Anushaya Klesha. So this is the practice. Okay. Any questions on this second one? Sammāppadhāna. Very clear what we are supposed to do. So to get the first one, 4 Anupassana. Kaya, Vedana, Chitta and Dhamma. To get the second one, doing like what we wanted to do. Really cut the body parts and let go of everything. If we have done that correctly, then we get Iddhipāda. Iddhi means Siddhi. Okay. It means Ijjhanam Iddhi. So you have perfected, or you have completed, or you have succeeded. So there are Abhinyesu Dhammesu Abhinya Siddhi. Abhinya is seeing things as they really are. So I spoke about one pornographic and one autopsy. They both are same object. Both are without clothes. One is with consciousness, another one is without consciousness. If you cut this lady, she will scream because there is consciousness. If this lady is cut, like what he has sent that video, there's nothing to cry. And in fact, that person will put all of that on her face when he is cutting it. The whole thing, he has put it on her face, and that lady is sleeping. So what is the one which is changing two events? The consciousness, that's all. So this is the Abhinya. Parinya. Parinya is to know. Dhammesu parinyas id siddhi. Pahatabba. So you have understood what you should be understanding. So you are now, this is where that ditti, that other asavas are going to get removed. Pahana siddhi. Satchikatabhesu dhammesu satchikiriya siddhi. That is, you have understood the Four Noble Truths and you have gone deeper. You have exactly understood what that. And bhavana is bhave tabba dhammesu bhavana siddhi. So now you are in samadhi. So when we do this, what happens? Abhinyesu. What knowledge will you get? Like what I said, you will get to know the 4 elements and consciousness. So in this girl here and the girl here, this girl here is 5 elements plus consciousness. She's taking a space and 4 elements with consciousness. So she's conscious. She's doing something out of conscious. Whereas in here, this lady is not unconscious. She doesn't have any conscious. Even if unconscious, if you cut, it becomes a problem. This lady who has been doing autopsy has no idea. So now you can see the Nama and Rupa. You can see how this body is formed through Ahara. Because whatever she has eaten is there. Like what other day Suyog was informing one patient who had come for COVID, he died, and then biryani, he could see it in his stomach. So the biryani, the last biryani what he ate, stayed in the stomach. Consciousness never bothered, shall I now first? It didn't get into confusion. Should I first go or shall I digest this biryani and go? What if whoever cuts it finds biryani? If he eats, what happens? If he eats my biryani? Because when alive, that person will not give biryani, for sure. If somebody comes and asks, give me that biryani. No, I have bought it. It's mine. But the same biryani is inside his stomach. So when Suyog opened it, he found the same biryani. So let's say after eating biryani, 20 minutes after eating biryani, he has died. And he has opened it up, and the same biryani, the way it was kept, he can put it back to the same, that box and box it up. And what's the difference? Same rice, everything is same. And that person who was alive wouldn't have given biryani. He would have said, you know how much I paid for biryani. Now this biryani is freely available. Nobody wants to eat it. So this is abhinya. You literally see what reality is. So the name biryani is just a name. There is no biryani there. All that is happening, once it goes inside, you don't like it. If somebody were to puke it out, just like he doesn't like, even though he has only eaten it. Similarly, if the consciousness goes away, if you cut open that body, you will not like it. This is abhinya. Parinya. You get a full understanding. So you get the first dukkha satya. Because you have got the abhinya, you now can penetrate into dukkha satya. So this is called parinyeshu jnana. And the third one, you get pahatabbeshu. Now you know what should be removed. So the samudaya satya, tanha, that you will know. This is the one which creates all this. See, that person who ate biryani, if he was told, there is no biryani there, my dear friend, it is only rice. And the moment you put in the mouth, it is going to decay. By the time it reaches everywhere, it's totally decayed. And when you die, I'm going to cut it out. And I can show to you also. Anyway, that poor chap was not there to see it. But even then, when somebody has an endoscopy, he's alive. So the endoscopy thing is gone inside and he is able to see everything. Does he like what he's seeing? There's so many things there and it looks so dangerous. And let's say there are ulcers. And there are ulcers which are literally bursting out with blood, like volcanoes. Would you like it? And there is blood in the stomach because of ulcers. And why that piles, which comes down? So now he knows pahatabba, what should be removed. Kayagata sati is one of the best meditation. And normally people don't really understand how to do Kayagata sati. If somebody really does Kayagata sati in a proper way, it hardly takes 1 month or 1.5 months to get into anagami state. Because Kamachanda is gone. He cannot survive. With so much of autopsy watching which I and Suyoga are going to do, maybe we can pull in Shreyas also. And maybe we can call everyone, and if we were to demonstrate what happens, and we go into worst of the cases, bomb blast victim, face not being there, or ears not being there, eyes not being there, something like that, or legs not being there, or something, or poisoned, and we see that. After few videos, you will not have any interest in anything. So I'm trying to make Suyog a person who doesn't like anything at all after that, because he is a doctor, but then he has done all of this for his MBBS. Now what is he doing is that he will lose interest in everything. Maybe he can become a bhikkhu. So then we can call him Bhante. Okay, so that is pahatabba, that is completion attained by abandoning what should be abandoned. So your pahatabba. So the samudaya satya is removed. Satchikatabbeshu, that means you have realized that you get into nirodha satya. So abhinyeya pulled into parinyeya, parinyeya became pahatabba, pahatabba create satchikatabbha. Satya. So you got into the nirodha. Bhavetabbesu is cultivation of that needs to be cultivated. This is Magganga. So now you are on the path. eightfold path. Samma Ditti, Samma Sankappu, Samma Kammanto, Samma Vacha, Samma Ajivo, Samma Vayamo, Samma Sati, Samma Samadhi. 8. Now there is no danger. Earlier there was danger. Now there is no danger. So, Iddhipāda will give you 5 Iddhis. First Iddhi is Abhinyeya, Parinyeya, Pahatabba, Sachikatabba, Bhavetabba. 5. So, Kaya, Sammāppadhāna, Iddhipāda. Clear? Any questions? Or shall I continue? Understanding? Clear? Very clear. Superb. Okay, now if you get abhinya power, knowing reality as it is, how does it come? Today I am missing Kalpana because she always has this parami. So paramita. That parami, 1 or 2 or 3 of parami getting into a good level will show the paramartha satya. And nobody else will know that beyond a Buddha Sasana. Now what it really means, like we are going to watch the autopsy, and the moment we start watching, our mind gets repulsed by that. It's called repulsive. So patikula manasikara pabba. So mind becomes patikula, repulsive. It doesn't like, but I'm watching it. I'm watching it. I'm watching it and watching it and watching it and watching it, breaks away. When it breaks away, you see Pathavi. So that video where that when they cut it open, the first thing which just opens up like this, skin, you can see Pathavi Dhatu. Then there he cuts just like a cake, so you just cut it. Again Pathavi Dhatu, soft one. The first one is rough. Second one, or rather it was a feminine, so first is smooth. And the softness is that fat which is smeared, yellow color fat which is there. That is what is making the soft when it is touching. So now if I were to press here, I'm feeling soft. The softness is because of tissues and that fat and all that. Then you cut deeper, springs in water, red color water, what we call as blood. Then go deeper, you get yellow color liquid which is bile, again liquid. So you get Pathavi, then you get the bones, tendons, all that. So Pathavi Apo, it's cold to touch. So Tejo. And now it smells. Why? Without air, there's no smell. So I'm smelling. Oh, how did this body come to be? This body came to be of food, ahara. So now I understand ahara satya. Kabalinka ahara, olariko sukhumo, phassa ahara, Mano Sanchetana Ahara, Vijnana Ahara, 5 Ahara. Now that Vijnana Ahara is not there, so there is no other 3 Ahara at all. For the very first time, I have experienced Paramartha Satya. So in Sanskrit it becomes Paramarthika, and in Pali it is Paramatha. Okay, that means ultimate truth. The moment I get this Abhinya Siddhi, I also get the Parinya Siddhi, because now I see the Dukkha Jnana. How did that lady come to be? she came to be because of birth as a condition. And why the birth happened? Because of becoming, which is bhava. Why she became? Because of upadana. Why there was upadana? Upadana means holding on to. And why this upadana came? Because of tanha, craving. Why the craving came to be? Because of vedana, that is feeling. Why the feeling came to be? Because of phassa, contact. Why the phassa came to be? Because of salaytana, 6 sense doors. Why did the 6 sense door come to be? Because of nama rupa, mind. And that is rupa is form, nama is name and forms. How did the nama and rupa come to be? Because of vijnana, consciousness. How did this consciousness come to be? Because of avidya. How did avidya come to be? Because of asava. So asava brought in avidya, avidya brought in sankhara, sankhara brought in vijnana brought in namarupa, namarupa brought in salaytana, salaytana brought in phassa, phassa pachay vedana, vedana pachay tanha, tanha pachay upadana, upadana pachay bhava, bhava pachay jati, jati pachay jara, jara pachay marana soka parideva dukkha do manasa upayasa sambhavanti, evameva dukkha khandasya samudaya hoti. So now I understood paticca samutpada. This is the dukkha. So as soon as that lady is cut, as soon as individual parts are placed on the table, I have to think, how did she come to be? She came to be because of becoming. She wanted to become something. If she had no idea of becoming anything, would she be born? No. So the first thing I need to do is, should I become something? Already I become whatever I am to become. So is there anything I want to become? I am 5 feet 4 inches or 5 feet 5 inches. So no. 5 feet 5 inches is not a height to be for a male. It should be 5 feet 9 inches. Very good, excellent. Then a broad chest. Oh, why? Because that is how it should be. Oh, very good. Nice lush hairs on the scalp. Very nice. Nice skin. Good money. And all of that. I want to become a model. So if somebody sees me, at least 10 girls should be interested in me all the time. Whether I marry or I don't marry, I don't know. But I need to have. That means I want to become something. I am not happy with what I have become. So this is the problem. And she became that. She wanted to become, and she ended up being in that morgue or wherever she was put. She was put on the table nicely like a vegetable. Cut out like a vegetable. If she was not born, would she had to get into this? No. So now we understand the paticca samutpada. And because of that, you will have parinya siddhi. You will acquire the full understanding of dukkha satya, lakhana, characteristics. It has 3 characteristics: anicca, dukkha, anatta. Rasa, functions. So we understood the whole function, how it works. Pachupaṭṭhāna, manifestations, how it manifests in the first place. Padatthāna, causes, proximate causes. And because of these 3 characteristics, they possess something as Nitya, Sukha, Atta, Subha. Really it is Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta, Asubha. Now I have experienced it myself, so it becomes my parinya jnana. So once parinya jnana happens, it is easy now to understand asavas. because now we are going to go into Pahana Siddhi. So completion of a task of abandoning, Pahana, destroying. The kleshas, all the kleshas will get off. So now you are getting into Samadaya Satya, the second noble truth. So Atti Bhikkhave Asava Dassana Pahatabba, Atti Asava Samvara Pahatabba, Atti Asava Patisevana Pahatabba, Atti Asava Adivasanat Pahatabba, Atti Asava Parivajjana Pahatabba, Atti Asava Vinodana Pahatabba, Atti Asava Bhavana Pahatabba. These are the 7 Asava Pahatabba. They remove the 7 ways to remove avidya as the defilement or the asavas. So Dassanena Pahatabba. What does that mean? Dassanena, to see. Dassana is to see. In Sanskrit it becomes darshana, to investigate, to see. So what does a normal person, Puttujana, see? The Puttujana will say that I existed in the past. Yesterday I was there. Tomorrow I will be there. Today also I am there. Myself exists in absolute sense. Myself does not exist in absolute sense. So if I were to use in a proper way, we can say I, Satta, Sat, exists forever. I exist forever. Or I don't exist forever. Then I will say I stay in this body. Who is staying? I. How am I staying? With this body. So I stay with myself. My very own self is this. Okay, then I perceive this self with no self. I don't know who is there. And third one, totally confusing. I have no self, but I am in search of that self, which has no self. See, if somebody asks, who are you? I will say myself. See, there are some people who really good. They say, myself Vilas. Oh, your self is Vilas. Yes, yes sir, myself Vilas. And he touches his heart, basically. You should have observed it. 99% will touch their heart. Sir, myself, so and so. मैं कौन हूँ? मैं ऐसा हूँ. It's something like that. Now, if I am Vilas, what happens to Vilas then? If I don't have hairs, so what you should say now? What's the confusion? See, myself Vilas, but myself has no hairs. Yeah, Suyog, you wanted to say something. Pardon?
Still Vilas.
Still Vilas without hairs. Still Vilas without hairs. That means myself Vilas without hairs. Myself Vilas with glasses. Myself Vilas with a red t-shirt. Myself Vilas with fair skin. Is it right? So there's something wrong. Right? So now you can really see the Dassanena. You can really see Darsana. You can see it's just talking. There's nothing. You cannot find Vilas in the first place. So now I'll tell you what. Can Vilas become hungry? It is. Right? Now, Let's agree that Vilas becomes hungry. Then can Vilas become full? Yeah, so go ahead. Anybody can speak.
For tiger. Will I become food for tiger?
So, Vilas ate the food. Now, what should be observed? Is Vilas full or his stomach is full? Now we'll say his stomach is full. Then where did Vilas go? No, it is his stomach. Ah, fine. If it is his stomach, then his stomach should have asked for food, right? See, whoever it is should ask it. But whoever it is not asking it. Then we will say, no, stomach belongs to Vilas. And because Vilas has stomach, and Vilas' stomach becomes hungry, and since he has to have food, how can he have food when his stomach is having food? When will he have food? Now there is no answer. This is what this whole confusion is. Self within a self. I perceive self with no self. I perceive no self with self. Then I will go another confusion. This self of mine is the one which speaks, is the one which feels, is the one which experiences the result of good and bad deeds in all different realms. This self is Atta, Nicho, Dhuvo, Sasatto, Viparinama Dhammo, Satta Samam Tatha Eva Tata Tittati. Meaning, this self, like I said, Vilas, hunger or stomach, is Atta, myself. Oh, you are so and so person, Vilas. Okay, agreeable. But where did the stomach come? Wait, my stomach came because I came. So you came with stomach. Yes, I came with stomach. So if you came with stomach, you should be able to tell the stomach, hey, this is not the time to feel hungry. No. On the contrary, stomach will say, go and get me food. So the self is where then? In the stomach. After the stomach gets full, where did the self go? No idea. No idea. Okay, that was about stomach. Second, breathing. Am I breathing? Yes, I am breathing. Oh, you are breathing. Very good. How are you breathing? Can you show me how do you breathe? I am urinating. Oh, you are urinating. Show me how do you urinate? No idea. I am digesting. Oh, is it? You digest also. Show me how do you digest? I am thinking. Oh, you think. How do you think? Now we'll have to ask, how do you sleep? Now, what do you do to sleep? No, I put the body on the bed. Oh, you put the body on the bed. And how did you put the body on the bed? No answer. Okay, let's say you still put the body on the bed. After that, what do you do? After that, sir, you know what I do is I close my eyes. Okay, you close your eyes. So it was open. It did not listen to you. So now you have to close the eyes. No, sir, when we are supposed to sleep, we are supposed to close the eyes. Who said? No, that's what everybody does. Okay, so you have to close your eyes for sleeping. What if it opens up? I still have to close the eyes. But why does it open up? I don't know, sir. It opens up. Then you have to again close the eyes. Okay, you close the eyes. Then you need to sleep. No, sir, the sleep has to come. From where does it come? Where does it come? I don't know, sir. It has to come. But how does it come? Does it come flying? Does it come walking? Does it come singing? Does it come dancing? How does it come? Does it come to everyone? Yes, sir. That means everyone sleeps at the same time? No, sir. Then how do you know that he has slept? No, sir, he is snoring. That's the reason I know he is sleeping. Then why you couldn't sleep? No, he was snoring, sir, and hence I could not sleep. That means you will not sleep. No, sir, I want to sleep, but the sleep is not coming. Again the question, from where does it come? So this, if you are able to penetrate perfectly, you will come to know dasanena pahatabba. So you will not get caught up. You will just investigate. You will do vipassana. He will see everything arises, everything passes away. And it's only Panchupadana, Khanda and nothing else. So he will leave the idea of Atta, Nitya, Dhuva, Satta, that is, this is my own self. Aviparinama Dhammo. Aviparinama Dhamma is a very simple thing. We all today have taken insurance cover. What it means? That you'll never get sick. Or not that you'll never get sick. We have reserved our place in the hospital. That when we go to hospital, you can take your insurance policy and you will have cashless service, and then you don't have to pay money. But the idiot has not transferred the pain to himself, whoever sold the insurance. See, the person will go, perfect. His body is paining. Can he transfer the pain to the insurance company? Sir, I have insured 1 crore. Take my pain also. No. Cashless service is there. That means your money is in the bank. That is safe. But what about your pain? At that we can't do anything, sir. So it is no dhruva. Dhruva means stable. So atta, nitya, dhuvo, sasatto, aviparinama dhammo. That means there is no parinama. There is no aviparinama. Aviparinama. Parinama means getting as expected. Aviparinama is literally totally unexpected. That means just like Kalpana that day, her friend is dead. It is aviparinama. That is, they met, next day she's not there. So this lady is shocked. How can this happen? That is called aviparinama dhamma. Sasatti samam. That is sasatti samam. This is, whole thing is mine. Tatha eva tata sa iti. It stays in the way I want it to say. But we know that is not the way it is. So he penetrates the 4 noble truths then and there. And he sees dukkha by that. So what he did is he looked it into dasana pahatabba. I will finish only next one and then we'll close. That is samvara. It's restraint. So you have to do Indriya samvara. We have already spoken enough about Indriya, Bhavana, Sutta and all that. So we don't have to go there. So he does a Yoniso Manasikara. And he finds that he is carefully investigating it. He knows Indriyas have no power without the consciousness. So it is better not to involve in the Indriyas. So he will stop the burning. All the Indriyas will burn whenever an object comes. So now there is no reaction. Because there is no reaction, there is no burning. So we'll take third one, Patisevana Pahatabba. You utilize. What do you utilize? You take care of the clothing, you take care of the food, you take care of the lodging, you take care of the medication. So these are the four requisites. Patisankha yoniso chivaram patisevati, patisankho yoniso pindapatam patisevati, patisankha yoniso senasanam patisevati, patisankha yoniso gilana pachaya bhesajja parikharam patisevati. Meaning, gilana means feeling uneasy of body, pachaya connected with, so you will get a lot of body pain and bloating sensation and disease and all that. So medication is required. These four things are required for maintaining brahmacharya, and through brahmacharya you attain nibbana. So nibbanam paramam sukham. So with Patisevana, so we started with Sati, then we did Sammāppadhāna, then we did Iddhipāda, and now we have come into part of the Iddhipāda which talks about all of this removal. So we had Abhinya Siddhi, Parinya Siddhi, Pahana Siddhi. So now we are in the Pahana Siddhi. These are called Siddhis, whatever you want to call. So if somebody says that I have Abhinya, what it means is that he is able to see as is. Just like that autopsy, as is. In fact, it will go to an extent, like in my case, if I were to speak at, it will go to the plant life. Because from the plant, this body is become. So there's a becoming. The jati is there because the plant jati is there. The plant came into my body and is made out of the same plant. As it is growing, I am also growing. Every day we bring in vegetables, fruits, cereals, rice, all that. We make it, chapati or whatever, and we eat. Called by whatever, but it's coming from plant. It is not mine. I don't have any right. And a plant is growing in the mud. So what I am basically eating is mud. So where does this body go? Into the mud. Input is mud. Everyday output is mud. Where does this body go? Into the mud. It's called abhinya. You're able to see there's no person. It's only consciousness arriving in the mud is making it seem like a person. Otherwise there is no person. So now you tell me, why should you marry? You are marrying another mud. So that doesn't mean that I should now go and tell her that I'm going to divorce you. I have to bring Dhamma to her. To that two people, poor chaps who married me. So I have to get them Dhamma so they can get liberated. So Suyog, if you are going to get married, find a girl who is into Dhamma. Don't marry somebody who is into the Loka. You'll get cheated. Or maybe you can, I have my home, which is at present going to get empty. The tenant who was there is leaving. So if you want to jump into Bangalore, you can stay at my home. Then we can do only this all 24 hours. So you have a home. So you pay whatever you want to pay. And then we will go out for eating. And we will convert that into an ashram where people can come and with Dhamma and all that. See, I'm giving you an invitation. So I was thinking, now if you come to Bangalore, you don't have to search for a home unless we give it on rent. So that is my parents' home. So now there is no tenant. So if you're coming in the next few months, and if you're confirming, then I'll not give it on rent. Okay, so you can come and stay there. So I was hearing from Preeti that you're interested very much to come to Bangalore.
There was one fellowship was there, course was there, but now it will be next year. Not now.
Okay. No, you wanted to shift to Bangalore? No.
No shifting is just for the course.
Just for the course. That is for how many years?
6 months to 1 year.
Ah, okay. So still you can come next year. Okay, and maybe if you feel that what is the point in going back to Nagpur, it is a good thing. So then we can officially call you Bhante. And we can introduce you to Mahabodhi. Anyway, so it is some nice things. So this is the Parinya. If Abhinya gets into Parinya and Parinya get into Pahan. So this is what you will be able to see by your own eyes. You don't require anybody to say that you believe in me and then I will show God. You do this, I will show God. You are able to see it yourself. Why you require somebody else? No, sir, you have to believe in this. I'm telling you. If you don't believe in that, you cannot see God. And Buddha says, you are able to see now, right? What else do you want to see? Yeah, Swati, I think you opened up to speak something. And
I opened up to say that students who quickly get married will attend his marriage. If he will find a girl, like girl in Dhamma.
Yeah. So we will first take him to Savatthi or any other place or Patna or somewhere or even in Nagpur where there are only Buddhists, and we will find out whether she is only interested in Dhamma. And we'll say, look, if you're only interested in Dhamma, then you marry our fellow called Suyog because he's a Bhante. So you are marrying.
Then he will get the soulmate over there, right?
Yes, he'll get a soulmate over there. If he is in Bangalore, I will take him to that Mahabodhi. Some females will be coming and I'll say that, look, there is this bachelor, he is a Dhamma person and we require a girl who is in Dhamma only.
And do you have for that same path?
So it will be nice. Every day my job will be to take Suyog somewhere or the other around Bangalore to find out a person who can suit on Dhamma.
Then don't stop the classes. If you will be after it, you will be missing your classes.
No. In the evening we'll still continue the class. So we both will be there together. So we will have the class and then we'll share our experience and what happened on that day when we went in search of girls.
That will be good experience for us.
Yes. So what all did he encounter? How the questions were asked by the girl and all that. And also what autopsy he did while he was watching the girl.
That autopsy meditation is talked about, no? So I remember that when I had to go through that operation and I was feeling that to remove the, because of uterus was prolapsed, I have to go for that operation.
Yeah.
I think the operation, all the operation, and then I dropped the idea, go for that operation.
Okay.
And marriage without that. So I was thinking that how can I see the autopsy, everything, and can start the meditation. So, but maybe fear is there, but I can see. It's not like that. I can see the spring of blood.
Yeah.
Everything.
Good. Okay, so let me end. It's almost 10 o'clock. Otherwise, it becomes a problem. So we'll meet again tomorrow with this discussion. So by the end of this, we will have a new Arhat by name Suyog, because he will. He will lose interest in everything. So, and then if a girl comes and stand in front of him and he'll say, you are 32 parts of the body, what should I do with you? So, and so you, yeah.
He will lose his happiness too, no?
Yes, it is. It is very happy. No. It's not like that. See, we did out of ignorance, and he should not do out of ignorance. He can still marry with knowledge. He can still marry with knowledge. The difference between us and him. Yes, with Dhamma. So the difference between us and him, while we were marrying, we were sensual. We never knew Dhamma. Okay, even though I started my journey in 97, I married in 98. Okay, I was still not as matured as I am today. Okay, if I was very mature at that time, when I had an out-of-body experience in 96 basically, when I had an out-of-body experience and when I knew where I'm going, and when I knew that I came back to the body, how I came back to the body, having known all of that, still I indulge in sensuality. So, and at that time I didn't have any teacher who could give me a discourse like what I'm giving. If somebody was there like that, who would say that, look, my dear friend, this whole body is such a worst thing you can have. Maybe at the time I would have said, okay, I'm sorry, wrong number, I don't want to get married. In fact, I told my mother, I want to get married. And still I got married. Right? It's not about you should not get married. I'm very happy with my wife because she's totally into spirituality. So there is no problem at all. What if I would have got a girl who would have total sensuality? I want to buy gold rings and I want to buy this, I want to buy that. You have not taken me anywhere. You didn't. I would have said goodbye to spirituality and being sensuality. So I would have been buying gold and jewelry and this and that, and then telling her.
I can surely tell that you would have divorced her before.
Yes, I would have done that, but still, let us say, I would have still continued. I would have really disliked my life. Okay, so anyway, so my karma was good, and I had a very nice, good karma, and I'm at a place where everything is good in that way. Okay, thank you very much. So Namo Buddhaya, will meet at 8:30 tomorrow. Thank you. Bye. Namo Buddhaya.